What's going on, you guys? So it's the week after the Usyk versus Witherspoon fight. I've been seeing a lot of nonsense really on social media in regards to Usyk as a heavyweight. And take it from a guy who was actually there live, I think Usyk, and don't get it twisted, I like Usyk. He's a cool dude, funny guy. But I don't think looking in his eyes at the press conference and just looking at him, you could tell he was having second thoughts on even a Wilder fight altogether. It seemed like it was almost taboo to even speak of Wilder's name in that press conference. It was my first time at a press conference, so I'm the new guy. I'm still learning the ropes and everything, and but the dudes that was asking questions, they kept coming. They kept them coming quick. And like, damn, I can't even get a chance to say nothing. But nobody said nothing about Deontay Wilder in this press conference. Nobody. I found one opportunity to speak about Devin Haney and Lomachenko. But other than that, no Wilder questions got brought up, really. And I think it was for good reason. They spoke of Ruiz and AJ and the WBO mandatory shot and all that. But as far as Wilder, you could tell that Eddie Hearn and Usyk's team, they're not looking to fight Wilder anytime soon. All right, it's just not happening. A lot of dudes on Facebook and YouTube, talking about Usyk could beat Wilder and he has the better boxing ability. I'm like, look, man, that don't matter, man. Look, Chaz Witherspoon came in there on 3 days' notice. He was clearly out of shape. I heard that he was injured, and I mean, it's just like you can't really take much from it. He did lump Usyk up a little bit, and I think Usyk could have a lot of trouble with not even just Wilder, Fury, Ruiz, or AJ. I think some of the other guys he'll have trouble with as well, like the Dillian Whites, the Joseph Parkers, those type of guys as well. He's just not big enough, you guys. And that's just, when I was standing there during the walkout, I was standing there and I was, standing there looking at him walk out. I'm like, wait, he ain't as big as I thought he was. He's like a little bit taller than me, but we about the same size for the most part. And I couldn't even imagine going in the ring with Deontay Wilder, me personally. No, dude. You know what I'm saying? Usyk power didn't really carry. It didn't seem to really carry to heavyweight well. The stoppage was a 7th round. He just didn't get up from the stool. You could look at Witherspoon's team and tell that they was just there to get paid, y'all. But it was still a good fight for Usyk, just to test the waters at heavyweight. The crowd came out and showed massive support for him. They love him in Chicago. They love Usyk in Chicago. He has a home here. He has a home here in Chicago, and they loved him. They go come out and support every time. So that was a smart move, putting this fight in Chicago on Eddie Hearn's part. But as far as him fighting Wilder or any of the top heavyweights, y'all, I just don't see it. And that's just my honest opinion on it. I'm not about to sit here and say, oh, yeah, his boxing skills. At heavyweight, that shit don't matter, man. You know what I'm saying? You could be the most skilled dude in the world and still get knocked the fuck out. We've seen it with Luis Ortiz and Deontay Wilder. Luis Ortiz is vastly more experienced than Deontay Wilder, and we saw what happened there. And Luis Ortiz hits a lot harder than Usyk, y'all. He's a true heavyweight. Tyson Fury, even though he's not the biggest puncher out of all the heavyweights, he still got enough power to keep these guys honest. I have a hard time seeing Usyk beating any of these dudes. They should really move him slowly, or try to create somebody at cruiserweight for him. Try to create some guys for cruiserweight for him, because I just think he's going to be vastly undersized. See, what helps out Wilder, even though he comes in light as well, around the same weight, 215, all that. Well, Wilder putting on more weight now, but he's tall. He's tall. He has the lean frame. He's tall, and he has the speed and the power to make up for his lack of actual boxing ability. But Usyk, he doesn't have those intangibles that Wilder have as a heavyweight. And it's going to be real hard for him, y'all. If Chaz Witherspoon, I barely seen Chaz Witherspoon really. I mean, he was landing shots, but when you're watching it live, it's not as, it just don't look as intense as it do on TV. But Usyk, it just didn't really seem like he had much power behind his punches. Not enough power to keep these guys off of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could just walk him down, you know, and just, you know, it's going to be hard for Usyk at heavyweight, y'all. And I think he realized that at that press conference, you know. So they might want to go ahead and move him slowly. Forget about fighting guys like Wilder. You know, that's just a recipe for disaster. Ruiz may even give him an extremely hard time. Ruiz has fast hands. He can fight. He's experienced. AJ is going to give him a hard time. AJ's big. He can box. He's strong. Fury, he can box. He's quick. He got quick head. It's going to be hard for Usyk at heavyweight, y'all. You know, they was cloud chasing before, you know, the fight, saying we want Wilder because, you know, Wilder is the name here in America and blah, blah, blah. They did that just to get more eyes on the fight. You know, they know damn well Wilder is a bad fight for Oleksandr Usyk, man. Take it from a guy who was there live, okay? I was there live. I seen everything. I seen everybody's demeanor and their emotions, all that. Like, I could just look at them and tell that they was not looking to talk about Wilder at this press conference, y'all. They was not trying to talk about Wilder. I felt like if I'd have did it, it would have been taboo. You know, next time I'll be better prepared. You know, this is my first time at a press conference and all that, and at the fights and shit. You know, it was my first time. I was kind of underprepared, but now I know what I could do, what I could bring, et cetera, you know. But yeah, it will be better camera footage next time. I'll have a nicer camera footage and everything. It won't be shaking as much. My arms was on fire. You see it moving around. My arms was on fire. But I'm getting one of them sticks and shit. And it was cool, man. It was a cool experience. Oleksandr Usyk is a funny guy. It was funny at the end of this press conference. You know, he was having the translator the whole time. Then out of nowhere, he's like, oh, I can speak English. Like, he started speaking English at the end and shit. It was funny. But Oleksandr Usyk is a very likable guy, good fighter. But I just think heavyweight is a bad idea for him. You know, these guys are just too big, y'all. Too big. But tell me what you guys think, man. Do you really think Usyk could beat Wilder, Fury, Ruiz, AJ? Like, subscribe, Hodge Boy. Peace out.